This is an academic presentation. The topic of this video is artificial intelligence. So I will start with some initial concepts to this topic. First, I want to start with the question: do you know what is artificial intelligence? How do you think it works? And the initial concepts, we need to define what is intelligence. So the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and the skills is intelligence. With that definition, we create the machine learning, a current application of the artificial intelligence based on give a great amount of data to a machine and let them learn for themselves. And to do that, we have the neural network, that is a mimic or an algorithm that mimic the operation of the brain with connection of a data structure named neuron. This is the neuron that receives some information for an input, and with a special operation, sometimes it's too complex to explain in this video, generates an output. And with that output and the connection of different neurons, we have the final result. To explain this, we have this analogy. This analogy is to explain this. I have this analogy. First, we have the robot builder, who creates different and artificial intelligences with a small difference in their neural networks. And then we have the teacher robot that eliminates those robots that have the least successful results. With that, finally, the teacher robot tells to the builder, create new artificial intelligences based on those that were not eliminated. With the repetition of that process, we have the final neural network, a special, unique, and very complex neural network that was developed to a unique task. Sometimes we need to solve special problems or special cases. For example, if you have an artificial intelligence able to recognize numbers in an image, and you have the case, or the special case, of a reverse image, you need that special cases. For that, we use the data of the users, or the regular people. That is the reason behind the CAPTCHAs. So, when a product is free, it's not really free. That means that you are the product. Your information is the product. That is why privacy and artificial intelligence is a meaningful part of this presentation. We are saying that each part of your information can be used to train an able AI. A regular case of this use of your data is the mannequin challenge. The mannequin challenge was used to train a neural network able to recognize the depth on an image. The special characteristics of that kind of videos of the mannequin challenge were the perfect dataset, that a dataset is a special and vast amount of data that is really useful for train an artificial intelligence. In this case was the mannequin challenge videos. With that, we define these research questions like: are law, ethics, and economics prepared to artificial intelligence? One example of bad use of your data is the 10-year challenge. What is behind the 10 years challenge? The insurance companies would be very interested in an artificial intelligence able to tell how someone will age. So we have the most recent example of this use and a really versus between law, ethics, economics and AI. It's DeepNewt. DeepNewt was an horrifying app that able to undress someone in a photo with a single click. That is legal. It's legal create or generate porn with somebody's face. Well, there is no single law that covers the creation of the pornographic videos, and there are no legal remedies to that. We have some good cases. For example, the use of deepfake in Avengers Endgame, a great movie. But that technology could be used for bad things. For example, for falsification of signatures, creation of fake news with anyone's face, creation of porn with anyone's face. And in the worst case, economists and lawyers are not prepared for these cases. Even, do we know how the artificial intelligence created works? As I explained before, artificial intelligence currently works by testing a neural network and at each repetition changing the connection between neurons. We know what is the purpose of some general neurons, but in some cases it's so complex that it's impossible to get further. If we are not careful, even the programmers are not prepared to the consequences of their own neural network. There is the case of an artificial intelligence that, to fulfill the assigned task, decided to cheat. That cheat is the best option to do that. The conclusion of this presentation is humanity is not prepared to artificial intelligence. I want to point out that everyone should know about this technology and prepare plans for the arrival of this kind of algorithms on all the subjects like politics, economics and ethics. We are going to have to get better at detecting deep fakes, and academics and researchers are going to have to think about take care of their discoveries. In addition, social media platforms are going to have to think more carefully about how to define and enforce rules surrounding this content. And our legislators need to think more carefully about the regulation of these topics and methods. And academics and researchers need to prevent the weaponization and the use in unintended and hurtful ways.